Okay, here's just a quick video tutorial of how to create a Google form for your PDSA study portion. So first, you need to have a Google account. If you don't have a Google account, please go to google.com and sign up for a Google account. Once you have a Google account, you'll notice up in the top right-hand corner of your screen, it'll say what your account is, and either at gmail.com or whatever it is that you used for your Google email. Across the top of your screen here, you'll see several options. There's a plus U, search, images, mail, drive, calendar, sites, groups, contacts, and more. We're going to focus mostly for this little presentation on the drive function. So if you just click there on drive, it will bring up a new window. Now you notice in my window I have a whole bunch of things in here. Yours is probably blank, and that's okay. For this presentation, we want to do over here on the side where it says create. When you open that window, you want to go down here to create form. Once in the form view here, a couple things that you need to do here first. You need to title your form, whatever you want to call this form. A form is like a survey. That basically is what we're creating here. So you can title it whatever you want. For this purpose, I'm going to title mine Sample 3 because I have a couple others already. Then you can choose the background that your survey or your form is going to hold. For my purposes, I'm going to pick just a very simple one, the books, and click OK. Now once you click OK, you get the editing window for the form. Up here at the top, it says Natrona County School District Settings. It says require Natrona County School District log into this form. Do not have that box checked at this time. You'll get this window, click OK, no big deal there. Make sure both those boxes are unchecked. Then as you go down here, it says the title of your survey. You can title this survey whatever you want to title this. Mine's going to remain Sample 3, but let's say, for example, you're trying to collect data about the Chapter 4 test. You could title this Chapter 4 test. Form description, this just gives a little more description of your form, what it is you're trying to find here. And you're going to put something in here to the effect of, this is where you will enter your Chapter 4 test grade. And they could do that, okay? Now, your first question that you're going to ask them, and I would, for our purposes, I would stick to just one data point of collection in order to create our chart really effectively. But your first question here could be, maybe you want to collect their name. You want to know what their, name. Under help text, please enter your first and last name. Question type, multiple choice. Hopefully they don't have to choose their name, but I would just go to text, okay? And they're going to type their name in this little text box. We're good there. Click done, and there's your first question. Right here below this, you can click add item, and we add another test question, or another survey question. So this time our question is your Chapter 4 test score. Please enter your percent on the Chapter 4 test, numbers only. Okay? And you can leave it as a text. Maybe it's a multiple choice, so you know that there are only certain values they could achieve. Maybe it's a check boxes. You could do one like that. Choose from a list. You can create a scale, like a 1 to 5 scale. Or this grid function. I'm not real familiar with the grid function yet, but if you want to try that, come see me and I'll walk you through that one. I would just stick with text and click done. Down at the bottom now, you have their name, you have a test question for what the data you're trying to collect is. At the bottom, you have this confirmation message. your response has been recorded. That's what the students will see once they hit submit. You could change this to okay, or say, thank you. Now please do problems 1 through 4. And they would have to go and they would just know after their survey this is their next task. You can do it whatever you want there. All these checkboxes down here at the bottom, I would leave them all unchecked for the purposes of what we're trying to do here. Then you click on Send Form. When you get to Send Form, you need to copy this link. So I would just double click on it and go up to Edit, Copy. Or you could do Command C. And then click the Done button down at the very bottom and you're finished with this piece. This next little window will open up and it asks, do you want to create a new spreadsheet labeled Sample 3 Responses? Do you want to create a new sheet in an existing spreadsheet? So if you already have some previous spreadsheets open in here, you could just add a new sheet on that spreadsheet. Or you can click this box down here that says always create a new spreadsheet and it'll never ask you this again. For our purposes today, leave it up here on the new spreadsheet and create. Okay. Now you can close this window. And here in your Google Drive, what you will find is there is the form you just created. It's in mine, Sample 3. And there is their spreadsheet with responses that you've just created. Okay. Now to have your students access this, you need to go into First Class. And in one of your class conference folders, so for instance I have my Red A, my Red C, maybe in my Red C class, I'm going to create a new little message. And I'm going to just title it Sample Data Collection so I remember to delete this later. And paste your link right there. Click the Send button. Now your students, when they click into your thing, they will have this sample data collection. You'll instruct them to go here, click on this link, and here's the form that they will see. Here's the form I created. There's my background I chose. So the students need to enter their name. Okay, and then they need to enter the percent on the Chapter 4 test, numbers only. So maybe I got a 56% on that test. I don't want them to put the percent sign because we are trying to collect the data for graphing, and that just sometimes doesn't work as well for graphing. So just put in the number. They click Submit. Once they've submitted, they get the message we typed in. Thank you, now please do problems 1 through 4. Tell them they can now close that window. They don't need it anymore. It's gone. Now when you go back to your Google Drive and you look, in my Sample 3 responses, I should open that up and I should see that, yeah, James Russell got a 56%. There it is. Okay. Every kid that does this is going to have all that data in there and have all their scores over here. When you have all your scores in here, and I realize I only have one score, so this chart's not going to look very neat, but you have the 56. Up here in top, kind of like in the Excel, over here on the right hand side, there's this button for Insert Chart. So you're going to click Insert Chart, and in here in Insert Chart, it looks kind of funky as it is now. Over here, it says use row 1 as headers or switch rows and columns. I would click here on Switch Rows and Columns. You get a bar graph. Okay? And I would use the column chart down there on the right. Okay. Now over here, you can change your chart titles. Oh wait, we have to do that in the next window. I'm sorry, we'll do that in the next window. You can, there's the way your chart is going to go. This person who submitted at 15 hours and 39 minutes, notice that's anonymous. We don't know who that person is, or the students will not know who that person is. You can go back and look at your spreadsheet and see who it is. But as far as displaying purposes, they will never know. So you can insert that right now. And there it is. It's in your spreadsheet. Move it around, put it wherever you want it, so that you can print it. No big deal there. Then if you want to edit, you can edit the chart title, Chapter 3 or Chapter 4 test scores. And over here would be the percent And down here would be students or individuals. Okay? So now you have it all titled, you have it all good there. Now you want to print this. All right, now we're looking to print this. So on your chart, over here in the top right-hand corner is this little drop-down menu. You might have to double-click on the chart to get that. But you get this little drop-down menu, and you have all these options. I would just click here on Save Image. So you click Save Image, it'll open up your preview window over here in the top corner. Once that's open, just go up to File, Print, and it'll open up your printing window. You can print it here in Portrait View, or if you click here on Landscape View, you're going to get a very nice chart of your data right there. And you're ready to print that out and post it up on your PDSA board. All right, so once you've done that, no, it'll be in black and white, not in all the colors like it is on here. But it will be in a black and white, and you will have all of your data that you'd like to post on your board. So that's basically it for how to create a form, get the data from that form, and then chart that data. Knowing that your charts will have 25 or 30 pieces of data in here instead of just one like mine has now. If there are any questions you have on this or any other help I can offer, please don't hesitate to come and see me. This is my first attempt with the videoing, so I hope this helps and you can utilize this for your PDSAs. Thank you very much.